Alright, hello again everybody, this is Mr. Everything, and we are going to go ahead and jump in to a War Thunder live stream. This is Thursday morning, very rare for me to be on in the morning, especially during a work day. But this Thursday and Friday I'm actually off, and I just happened to have gone to bed really early last night, and was able to get up this morning. And so what we're going to do is, even though I'm not at Gamescom, we're just going to play around with a little bit of stuff and have a good old time. You might be noticing that War Thunder's got a lot of videos up on, coming up, I should say, from the Gamescom presentations. You should check those out, maybe on their channel or on their War Thunder, the Gaijin.com website. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's find my F41A. Let's do a realistic match. I'm using a new microphone. I'm using the Insignia professional microphone with pop filter, and I've got it sitting about a foot away from me on the desk right here. Oh yeah, I meant to put some foam underneath it. I have this foam here, just to prevent any vibrations from the keystrokes or the mouse or anything like that from causing the microphone to go bump bump. There, it came. That foam actually came in the packaging. There's actually a couple of them came in the packaging. I thought it was a good thing to do, but I do want to point this out. Tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow, I'm going to be taking this back to where I bought it, returning it, and exchanging it for an ice. I think I'm going to get a blue ice. They've got the black edition there, and it's actually on sale for the same price as the standard black, right? They got the blue ice standard. They got the blue ice with cardio. I say cardio, but it's cardio actually, or something like that. And okay, I'm on. What map is this? What are we doing? What is going on? Why am I taking off from the carrier? Okay, that's fine.
Attention to the map.
Okay, so I'm just gonna let it climb on its own there. I'm not gonna, basically hands-free, basically so that I don't burn up my engine or anything like that by just holding the WEP down. You'll notice that holding the WEP down does increase the temperature in the engine. And once the temperature gets up to a certain point, the engine doesn't perform as efficiently as it does when it's cool. So, but the advantage is you can climb a little bit faster. What I've noticed with this Corsair is it doesn't really make that big of a difference. So I should just wait and WEP during a dogfight. Or not. Sometimes I throttle all the way to 0. Got me some coffee. Just finished my breakfast. We're good. Okay, so if you guys are in the chat in Twitch, you're more than welcome to ask me any questions you want about War Thunder Ground, War Thunder Navy, or even the War Thunder Air. You know, I do plan to play a little bit of the Air and Ground today. I don't know how long I'm going to be on, but I do have like 3 or 4 different games that I'd like to play. 3 or 4 different types of games that or 3 or 4 different actual games that I'd like to play today. War Thunder just happens to be one of them, and this is a really good game to stream. It's very visual, and it's all competitive matches. So it's not like some role-playing games or MMOs or something like that where you're wandering around talking to people. Those are good to stream too, but as a viewer of streams, I tend to get bored watching streams like that. I don't know what it is. It's me. I want to see some action. You guys might ask, hey, Mr. Everything, I'm surprised you're on Twitch, and why aren't you streaming live on YouTube? You know, I probably could be simulcasting this. I could probably put this on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. But I think I am going to use Twitch now as my primary stream location. So if you're watching this on YouTube at a later date and you say, oh, he was streaming on Twitch? Okay, maybe I should follow him on Twitch. Yeah, jump on over there and follow me. It's Commander Mr. Everything with no spaces. I put spaces up there on the host right there above me, just so you could read it. But in Twitch, it's actually Commander Mr. Everything with no space. And okay, I'm at 78. I'm getting close to the bottom of this cloud. But let's take a look around. Oh, they're all behind us. Oh, I'm going after them. Supposed to be a carrier fighter. I should probably be defending the carriers. What do you think?
Attention to the map.
You got a fighter down there? I don't know what it is. Or is that a ship? It's hard to tell. Oh, you got one of them. That was an F4F. It's one of my favorite planes, the F4F. Because it's cool like that. It's cool like that. It's cool like that. It's cool like that. No, it's just really durable, and it's got a lot of guns, and they're 50 cals, so 50 cals are pretty. They're like your micro cannons. I mean, they're like really good guns, and I don't know why War Thunder took such a long time to make the 50 cal a viable gun. I don't know what data they're using, but they're basically saying, you know, like these 12.7s are better, and isn't that what a 50 cal is? 12.7? I don't know if it has something to do with the cartridge size. I thought the 50 cal had a good cartridge size, like big, and I thought the powder that was used in the American 50 cal was actually a different type of gunpowder. But, you know, hey, whatever. They finally got to a point where it's almost fixed, so. I'm going to do that again. I know I saw somebody above me. I'm going to kind of try to ignore him. Still on fire. And I got some. Is that a Betty? G4M1? That's a Betty, right? I think. Jack Sherman.
Destroy the target.
Is that kind of like Jack stuff? Oh, I didn't want to say the word. All right. Well, hey, we don't have a whole lot of people viewing us right now on Twitch, but then again, my following expects me to stream around midnight, because I'm a midnight streamer. I stream at midnight. This is rare for me to be on at like 10 a.m. And I'm Central Time because I'm in 10 OC. 10 OC. What's a P-43? That's the new P-47 Razorback, I think.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close. Awesome.
It's like, you notice I did all the damage. And he gets killed. Why do you climb so hard? Because, what do you mean? I don't get it. Like, why do I go at over an 18-degree angle? Is that what you're meaning? Or do you mean, like, why do I climb, like, with my nose almost straight up, like a helicopter? Because the Corsair can do it. And he gets me higher altitude quicker. The Corsair's propeller was so big that they had to put the wings in a cantilever position, like they, as you see, like the gull wings as they come down and up. The reason why they had to do that was so that, and then you notice that the landing gear was placed at the lowest point of the wing to, I mean, they could have made straight wings. That's possible. They could have made straight wings, but the propeller would have hit the deck of the carrier because it's so big. They had to actually bend the wings to cause the landing gear to be lower to raise up the fuselage. What that caused was, it caused a lot of problems on the carrier. You probably already know all this, but I'm going to tell those that don't. It caused the pilots problems on the carrier because they're used to the F4 or the F2 or whatever, where they're sitting there and they can just look and see the carrier and they know where they're at on the carrier and they can take off with ease, right? But the Corsair pilots had to rely on the controllers on the side to let them know where they were at, because they could not see the carrier in front of them because the fuselage was so, okay, because normally when you land, boom, you're there, right? Like this. But the Corsair had those wings bent the way they were. It raised the front end of the plane higher, so they couldn't actually see the carrier. Oh my gosh. Because the engine was super powerful. The plane wasn't any bigger than any other plane. I mean, it was like, for Americans, it was actually kind of light. And then the propeller was extra large.
Somebody attack him!
No.
Excellent. Engaging the enemy.
I'm going way too fast. Just like that. See, I messed that up. And my friends just shot me. Oh, man. With friends like this, who needs enemies? Leaking fuel. Whoa, there I go.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Well done.
All right, back to the hangar. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. And it only gave me that one kill because the guy stole my bomber kill. But that's all right. If you've been following me for any length of time at all, you know that I don't care if you steal my kills. I will also shoot people you're shooting. That doesn't even go into my thought process. You know, when you're in a dogfight, shoot the enemy. I don't care if I'm shooting him. You need to shoot him too. If I am soloing a guy and you come flying in and shoot him and destroy him, that's good. That's not something you're supposed to get upset about. All these people that get upset about that, they're like, oh my gosh, you took my lions. Oh. It's a team game. This is not a solo game. I don't care. Yeah, I'm happy that you help and you kill, and you better be happy when I come and help. You know, let's switch this up. I haven't played this in a while. Let's send him to the holidays, and let's. What do I got this on? Oh, I don't have it on rank. I don't have it on aviation for one thing. Let's fly this bad boy. The F4F3. Yikes. 4 machine guns. Oh my goodness. But 4 50 cals at this battle rating should be pretty devastating. And it is. It is. I love this plane. This is like my sweet spot. 2.3 with 450 cals. Okay, what the hell? That's stealth. Let's get rid of that. That's probably because I was playing a little arcade game. Ooh, I was playing arcade. Now there's a place to play arcade because obviously I just told you I played it. Arcade is like a stress reliever or a you just want to have you don't want to think. You just want to get in there and just super fast reaction Twitch type gameplay where you're just it arcade mode reminds me of the Halo hop. You're just running around the map, jumping around, shooting each other, you know, first person. That's what arcade reminds me of. Realistic, you can't really do that. You got one life and that's it. You either live or die. That's it. And that means, you know, like in that last match, I got killed. Okay. It happens. What that does is it changes your mentality. You don't just charge in and just start shooting. You got to really think about when you're going to make that final attack. When are you going to push in an attack? Are you going to try to get advantage? People don't do that in arcade. You don't need to do it in arcade. You died, no problem. Just bring in another plane. I got 20 in my lineup. I just bring one in. It's just, and you get all of them. It doesn't limit you to like 3. Like arcade tanks. When you play arcade tanks, you get 3 lives. That's it, and that's kind of cool. I don't mind that. But when you start getting into arcade planes, it gets a little crazy, man. Crazy. But the reason why I play arcade planes every now and then, just to let off some steam, just to blow people up and get shot down and give all of my planes in one match. I can play every plane if I get shot down, and everybody gets a little bit of experience. And I do mean a little bit, because you only get 1/2 the experience in an arcade game.
Attack the A point.
But I can really charge in and get a lot of experience, or I should say I could get a little bit of experience for a lot of planes. And so that's kind of it spreads. But I learned my lesson. I wish I knew this when I first got started. It's better to concentrate on just 3 planes and not 3 crew slots and not 8 like I have. I read a document written by a squadron player, played a lot of squadron battles. He said that his squadron, and every squadron he's ever come into contact with, have 8 slots. And they won't let anybody with less than 6 slots go into a match with them. Because basically, if you if you don't have at least 6 to 8 slots, you're not really filling the roster, if you want to say. And so what I did was immediately went out and built my Americans out to 8 slots. And first of all, anything after 5, I think it is, costs gold, not just silver, right? So that means I had to pay real money for the last 3 slots. And then what does that do for you? I should probably do a video on this. I think I have done a video, I just don't remember it. What does that do to you? That's actually does something really bad for you. It waters your crew down. Each crew, because you only get so many experience points per match that you play, right? And if I play 8 matches with one crew, that crew has 8 points of experience, let's say. But if I play 8 matches with 8 crews, my crews have each 1 experience. So it would take me 8 times as long to make those crews worth a darn. Right? You with me? And that's where the problem falls. This is the slowest plane in the world, by the way. I'm not going to catch that F-200. But what I am going to do is intercept him. I'm not going to let him go home. So, I got an F-200 right there. I can't reach him either. He's trying to shoot me. 2 kilometers. Okay, so I recently set up my crews. 6 crews. That's my number. 6 crews, and I have 3 of them that only do airplanes, and I have 3 of them that only do tanks. So it's technically just like having 3 crew. That I just switch back and forth from tanks to planes, because when I'm doing tanks, I'm not doing planes, you know. So, hey, Twisted Man, what's going on? Yeah, I see you shooting at me. Sorry, I'm watching the game and not the chat, unfortunately, because I'm in the thick of it. I'm in the stuff.
A little more effort, and victory will be yours.
That's 1. All right, what you say? What you say? Oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. It's good to hear that you're doing good. I normally don't stream in the afternoon. I'm usually a late night streamer. But since I was off today and I felt like playing a little bit, and had the urge, I'd log in and play some. And back in the day when I was off every Thursday, which I'm not now, but when I was off every Thursday, I had this thing called Thursday War Thunder. What was it? War Thunder Thursday. There you go. I had to look at my stream. But yeah, it was called War Thunder Thursday, and I would play every Thursday afternoon. But not recently. Been working. Let's see what we're looking like. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Oh, there's somebody right there. Boop, going for him. Robati. Yeah, you know. I'll take it when I can get it. Especially with 50 cals, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Jelly bean. This F2, only because he's so low, he doesn't really have the dive angle that I have. That's important. And sometimes it's tough. Depending on where you're at, what kind of jobs are in your area, and what you do, sometimes it can be tough.
Let's keep the pressure
Sometimes you don't want to settle for a job just because it's a job. You want something that's going to be a career and that kind of junk. Love me some 50 cals. I'm telling you, man. 50 cal motherfudge. Okay, now am I anywhere near their base? Yes, but the Wellington's coming out, so I'm okay. In the old days, Wellingtons were like super easy to kill because they don't have guns in certain areas. Am I over it? I am. Here we go. Doing my patented Mr. Everything maneuver. I got a video talking about it. I'm not that low, buddy. Oh, the Hurricane got it. Okay, that's fine. It's team effort.
Awesome.
See? I don't. Two? That's unacceptable. No, I'm just playing. In what regards? Like difference in the graphic? In what graphics from what? Graphics from 10 years ago? I mean, yeah. Every time they do, every time I log in, it seems like there's something being patched. I haven't really noticed any graphic changes in the last couple of months, probably. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when the last update was actually made, but I haven't really noticed any graphic changes, honestly. Except for when the water came in, when they released the Dagor processing and the water was actually looking really good. That was a while ago, though, I think. 163, I think. Yeah, we're all the way up to 169, and 171's coming out like probably right after Gamescom, which is this weekend. Okay, let's do some German. Sim. Tiger 2. Oh, I can't just do that. That's right. Sorry. Dang, I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting that simulator. You have to use the tank that they want you to use. Oh, okay, so this is the one I've got all the tanks in. Okay. Okay, there's a lower rank tank. I've got this and I haven't really ever used it, but you know. Ooh, I've got that. Why would I use that? I would never use that. Before. Well, let's use a Panzer IIIJ, man. Yeah. Okay, Panzer IIIJ. Let's put a Panzer IIIJ in here. Choose a crew. We're going to choose that one. And we'll go... keep clicking the wrong one. Tank simulator. Select one of the allowed. Oh, not J1? It's J. Dang it. Okay. Send a holiday, I don't care. Boop. J, not J1. Okay. Now I can take part. Boop. Okay, here we go. Simulator. Germans and Japanese against the American, Russian, and British. I am going to use that round, even though that one's got much higher penetration. I'm still using it. Right. Yep. Oop. Dude, what is your issue? What is your problem? Is he not dead? Okay.
Awesome!
I wonder if mine will do that. Yeah, I know. If you notice, I just shot him, right? I don't know if that killed him or not, but I'm a team player. You might not have realized this or know me from any of my streams, but if you, I didn't know who was in that Panzer. He was just sitting there. He just spawned in like I did, and this other guy just comes in and shoots him and blows him up. No, I don't tolerate that bullshit. I don't care if I lose a lot of points. I don't care if I lose lions. It's not about that. It's about the winning of the match, and about the competition. It's not about being stupid. Now, I could report him, you know, and I probably will, but I don't think reporting anybody does anything in this game. I don't even think they even read it. I don't know, it just doesn't... I don't get the vibe like I do from other games that they care about team killing. So I police myself. Not afraid of that. I got some bushes in my sights. It's gonna be hard for me to see some stuff. What? They're capping A? Dude, what's our team doing? No, I know what my team's doing. I'm moving over here. Taking the bridge. I think this is actually, playing this game as long as I've played, I think this is the first time I've made a beeline for this bridge. I've always gone down to A and defended it. And there's probably a reason why I used to do that.
do something fast, the enemy will win.
Really? Will they? With all this dust on my bushes, it almost looks like I'm in the desert. Which is kind of good. I'm gonna have to move these bushes.
To the designated grid zone.
Right.
I agree. On me.
Ah, I saw somebody shooting over there.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Dang, he's right behind the rocks. It's hard, impossible to see him. Let's try not falling off the bridge. That'd be bad.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Problem is, I'm not going to really use my sights. Where is he?
On target. Got him. Ready to fire. The enemy tank has been destroyed. On me.
Oh! Where was he at? I'm curious now. He got me from the right? Wasn't there a rock on my right? Yeah, you put a little smile behind it, and I'm going to tell you, the G55S.
Pressure on the enemy.
I don't know you, and I don't know your motivation of why you bought the G55S. I don't. That's between you and the game and your economy, your budget and all that stuff. I get you. That's fine, and what your play style is and what you like and everything. But I personally don't think the G55S is balanced. I think it is an extremely overpowered. It's too maneuverable. Its firepower is too good. Everything about it, its ammunition load, all that is too good for what it was. It's not historically balanced, not balanced to history. It's Gaijin saying, "Hey, let's make an Italian plane that can hang with all the other nations, and let's give it a little bit more than it really probably should have, so that people would want to buy it with money. So whenever I see, I'm very motivated. Yeah, you know it's OP. So my problem is, and this is a problem, is that people that fly the G55S are pressing the easy button. So usually when I play against someone with a G55S, if I'm not in a huge match, lots of people, some out of weight class type planes, I'll just leave the match. I'll go, oh, I ain't playing against that piece of shit. I just used the foul language, and I am totally sorry about that. But I'm not per se frustrated, but I am annoyed by people that play the G55S. Right? And it's not their fault. It's not the player's fault. It's Gaijin's fault for giving them that as an opportunity. And I understand. Okay, that's cool. That's a lot. That's kind of the reason why I like the Wildcat, because I think it looks really cool. It's not the greatest plane in the world. I just like the way it looks. But the flip side is, that's not what people are going to assume. People are going to assume you bought it because it's OP. And there's a mentality amongst players that you're no good if you buy an OP plane. And you might be really good. Really? Wow. In our spawn. What are you doing? You're not even in an objective. Both of you. That's alright. It's all good. I mean, if you get into our spawn, if you are able to make it to our spawn and kill me, that's good. I don't have any problem with that. I know that people complain, oh, you're a spawn camper, blah, blah, blah. No, that's good strategy. That's what you're trying to do. Don't complain because they succeed. He succeeded in getting in our spawn, so he did the right thing. I don't have a problem with him blowing me up. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I don't get upset when when they play the game to win. You know, I get upset with players that grief, obviously, shooting each other, and buy OP equipment. Yeah, like the CL-13. Oh yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't really read that. Yeah, isn't the CL-13 also the OP plane? Yes. I'm starting to sense a theme here. Try playing some biplanes once in a while and see how good you are. But then again, I understand sometimes that's not fun. I get that. All right, so and sometimes I have paid some money. I've paid some money on some planes and some tanks. Planes. Let me think about that. Planes. Have I spent any money on planes? Actually, I have spent some money on planes. I go to the American and the British line because we were a British squadron. So then we switched to an American squadron, which we're no longer an active squadron anymore. We pretty much have moved to Star Citizen, but. Get out of the simulator thing and I go to my research chain on my aviation. Yeah, so I got the KI-61 as a present, so I got that as a gift. The XP-38 came with the Pacific War. I bought the Pacific War bundle so that I could play the Pacific War campaign, and that plane came with it. I got the Thatch's Buffalo as my first plane, because when back in the day, back when there was 20 battle ratings, 20, they call them ranks, 20 tiers. They call them tiers at the time. When there was 20 tiers of planes, you signed up for War Thunder, they gave you a free premium plane, and this is the one that they gave me, the Thatcher's Buffalo. And then that came with the Pacific War bundle. That was a gift. That I bought specifically, and it's probably the worst plane in the game, but I bought this specifically because it was a Navy plane. I said, oh, it's a Navy plane? I've got to buy it. So I bought it, right? And then this FW-190, that was kind of bought on a lark. Hey, we got victory. Nice. Because one of those little spinner things gave me 90% off of the FW-190. And I was like, 90% off? I'm going to take advantage of that. Even though I never, ever fly it. But 90% off, So it was a way to get rid of it, basically. And I've flown it a couple of times, but not very many. But I bought the Spitfire because, and we can actually play it. I think I've got it set up. There it is right there. I bought the Spitfire because it was a British plane that the Americans can fly. Right? So, like, when we were playing the British Heavy, I bought all of the American planes. So I have, like, the Avenger and the F6, I think that's it. Avenger and the F6. Oh, and maybe the Mustang, right? And I bought all those because they were the American planes. Not because they were good, or not because, and they're not overpowered. But when I see a plane that is, this is just me. If I see a plane or a tank that is super dominant in, like, tournaments or just in gameplay in general, I will not fly it and I will not drive it. It just rubs me the wrong way. I feel like it's not my skill that's doing anything. It's like, I'm just going to go in and blow everybody up, blah, 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 boom, 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 you're all dead. That is why, and here you go. If you don't follow my channel or you're curious, that is exactly why I don't have any Russians. I don't have any Russians. Actually, I've got a couple of Russians because they, as a partner with Gaijin, they gave me some Russian tanks. Do I ever use them? No. Will I ever use them? Yeah, maybe. If there's a tournament that you have to have this one tank in, I might participate. But usually, I don't use the Russian vehicles at all, at any time, in any manner, not because they aren't good. They are. They're great. But that's why I don't play them. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I'm weird, okay? I don't want the easy button. I don't want it to be easy. I want it to be a challenge. I want to challenge myself. Now let me back up. Let me back up. I don't want the equipment to be easy. I want to take something that's normal and put myself in an advantageous position to win matches, which people might say you're taking the easy route. Well, that's true, but I feel like that's good strategy. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a good tactician and strategist. Strategitarian? No. I want to say it's not strategician. My wording is, I haven't been speaking English very long. Yeah, being the CL-13 is a 9.0, that does make it on par or in the level of a whole lot of other really good jets. So that's not bad. It's just that and this might be part of it, my jet gameplay is bad. So, I mean, and usually my jets are like not anywhere near being spaded. I mean, because it's so much harder to spade something at that battle rating. They're not close to being spaded, and even though I've been playing for like 15 years, my jet gameplay is not where it needs to be. And now at Gamescom, they're announcing rank 6 vehicles. Oh man, my jet gameplay just got worse. Yeah, rank 6 vehicles, man. And that is the one that over the last couple of years, that's been my biggest complaint with Gaijin. My second biggest complaint. Okay, let's back that up. I think the Russian vehicles are too overpowered, and I think it is subconscious because they are Russian. They believe or want, or it might be true, that their vehicles are better than other nations' vehicles.
Somebody attack him!
And because of that, it feels like the Russian vehicles are overpowered, which they're probably exactly powered the way they were built. So if they are the most powerful, what they need to do is just raise their battle rating and just leave them at the power that they're at, but just raise their battle rating and put them up against more difficult vehicles, because the battle rating system is there to balance the matches. So that's what they should do. They should just give them a higher battle rating. But they have all the data, and they see what vehicles are being killed and which ones are winning matches and all that stuff, and they know that. But I have a feeling that they don't care, and the reason why I say that is because there is a tag that I was given when that tank was given to me, called the Master of Russian Bias. So if they can joke about that, then they understand that it is a thing. Might not be real, but it's a thing that people believe to be real. So maybe they need to get in there and do some evaluations of that. That's all I'm saying about that. But that's my second biggest complaint was oh, look at that. That's why I'm flying over here. The second biggest complaint was, what was I getting on to? Oh, jets. I thought that War Thunder was a World War II game. I thought it was a World War II game. And I thought that the eras and the tiers and the battle ratings all simulated different years throughout the war. And when you started introducing jets, and then they started introducing post-war tanks like the T-54 and the T-72 and the M60 and things like that, I'm like, no. Dude, really, dude? Really? It's all good, man. It's all good. It's a team effort. I always say that. Team effort. But with the rest of our team getting killed, you run over here and kill the one bomber that I'm fighting against. That's not a team effort. That was him. That's not him trying to help the team. That was him trying to steal a kill. So, and I understand that that's... Did my plane just heal itself? No.
Designated grid zone.
Yeah, what am I in chat for? Okay.
No.
Yeah, P-51, why don't you go help? I thought it'd be at a lower altitude by now, having been sitting there typing. All right, Twisted, you have a good day, man. And thanks, man. Appreciate you. Come back and check me out. Good conversation.
Meeting for landing.
Oh. If that's been captured, I'm going over there.
Allied forces have captured a zone. We have taken the initiative.
That's why I usually don't play that battle rating. Got idiots playing at that level. Anything over 4.0 or so is a bunch of idiots. Usually. I don't know, 4.0. Maybe 5. Maybe 5.0. Somewhere in there. The early guys are like, they're new, like 1 to 2. You're like super new. And then the guys that play between 3 and 5 are usually your guys that love World War II and they're into the immersion and all that stuff, and they have good team tactics and stuff like that. And usually the guys that play 5.0 or higher tend to be the soloists, the guys that are super competitive and just want to, they want their personal victories to be high. So you hear a lot of crying in the high points, where the usual high levels you hear, "You stole my kill," or "You guys are a bunch of noobs," or like that guy Firefly, "This is the worst team ever." Yeah, because it's 5.0 and later. When you play earlier, you don't really see that. And I'll even show it to you. I mean, I'll assimilate it. I'll simulate it. Yeah, let's do a. It's kind of like a bad plane, so is that. I'm trying to fly stuff that's not spaded so that I can work towards making it spaded. But I like that marine one. We'll play that one. My in the mood's not big enough. You know what I mean? There. Now I'm in the mood. Now just watch the chat. I don't know if you guys. Yeah, I think you guys can see the chat. Just check the chat out and see how it differs. And see the gameplay, how it differs. I should do a video on this. I don't think I'm going to get to play very long. It's already been an hour. I'm thinking I'm going to switch over to maybe play some XCOM. I'm going to do that here probably after this mission. So if you want to stick around after this mission and watch some XCOM gameplay, feel free to do that. But I am going to change the stream up a little bit to XCOM. XCOM! We're going to change that to 45 because this is a bigger map and I need the fuel. The fuel. Yeah, so right here you're going to get the beginnings of some good players. They've stuck around a while. Some of them will be competitive because they're on their way to being a 5.0 or higher player. But a lot of people that have 5.0 planes that are not hyper competitive, they just love the game and they love the team play, will actually step back and play lower battle rating planes like myself to just for the enjoyment of it. And so you'll notice a different mentality of player. I don't know. Can the Corsair get underneath this bridge? We're about to find out. Might be a bad thing to try, especially when I got a turn like this.
Attention to the map.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'll check it out.
Yes.
Attention to the designated grid square. Attention to the designated grid square. On me. Attention to the map. Attention to the map. No.
I'm seeing a lot of Cyrillic in the chat, so I'm struggling to understand them. So they better use the vocal chat so that I can hear them. TU2. Okay, I got this. It's a teddy bear.
Engaging the enemy.
Yep, engaging him. He's already dropped his bombs. He's probably turning around. We'll see.
Attention to the map. Well done.
Rudo Farron, what's he doing? He just needs to get strafed on the airfield. He's farming. Oh, nice.
Cover me. Attention to the designated grid square. Returning to the airfield.
Somebody attack him!
Returning to the base.
Heading to the base!
Hope I don't get jumped while I'm just coasting here.
The enemy is taking the initiative. fast, the enemy will win.
Somebody attack him! Returning to the base.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Destroy the target! Thanks! Excellent!
War Thunder Mastermind? That's cool. I'm glad I'm going out on a good note here. You notice that these thanks and help shoot this target, all that stuff. 3.0. You're not going to get that in a higher than 5.0 match.
They're winning.
Unless they're playing a bomber. Because bomber players tend to be more like team players. Because they're not getting any victory points for killing at all. They're just playing realistically.
the target. I agree.
All right, other 20's doing it. See? Team play. Is that a bomb drop? Or is he like positioning for a bomb drop?
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
They will not win. There's only one of them left. I'm going to wait for the ground targets to appear right in this valley. And then I'm going to kill them and get points for our team. I could be going after armored cars like that. That's just for personal gain. Let's do it. Personal gain sounds good.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
I am counterattacking just in my own way. Wow.
Attention to the map.
Oh, I can't pull my trigger and shoot the guy as he drives by. Since I'm out of ammo. Crap. Okay, so we're going to return to the hangar. Hey guys, thanks for coming out and checking out this live stream of War Thunder. Yeah, so in about 10 minutes or so, I'll be back with some XCOM if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time.